let's go do that hockey.
Kenan Thompson will return as the host of the 2022 NHL Awards, 7 p.m. Eastern, June 21st, live on ESPN, Sportsnet, and TVA in the U.S. and Canada. And I'm Robin Lundberg here with Kenan Thompson. Right now, we're going to talk about those NHL Awards. But first, Kenan, you got to play a little game of this, that, or the other. You ready to go?
Let's do this.
All right, level one, the easy part.
Charles Barkley or Steve Harvey?
Oh, that's tough. Charles is fun. I'm going with Charles. They're both fun, but Charles Barkley, he's so funny. He's just so like all about like having fun and gambling and eating food and all that good stuff.
All right, next up, Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy?
Jeopardy, so we could have Black Jeopardy.
Better as an SNL host, Peyton Manning or The Rock?
Wow, that is rough. I mean, they're both so great. I guess The Rock has him by a smidgen because like he sings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's just that one extra step. Like Peyton will do a dance, but you know, I haven't heard him sing yet. So I got to give the edge to The Rock.
Finally, final question of round one, Kenan or Kel?
Well, I'm going to go with Kel.
Level two, it's about to get personal.
Who would win in a cook-off, Pierre Escargot or Guy Fieri?
Pierre. I mean, he comes from France. So, you know, French people put a lot of effort into their cuisine and presentation. So I'm going with the French guy.
Light work for Pierre?
Light work.
All that or SNL?
All that, man. Like that, you know, I'm a first love kind of kid. But yeah, SNL is the ultimate. We all know this, but if it wasn't for all that, I definitely wouldn't have had the preparation I needed to do the job over there. So
that's interesting. Even though you're the longest tenured SNL member of all time, I do believe.
That's right. That's right. So, you know, SNL will always hold a special place in my heart, but you know, all that is the originator, man, for me.
Two other, SNL alums, better movies, Will Ferrell or Adam Sandler?
Better movies. It's tough. Sandler, I think, has him edged because Will has, you know, a handful of classics, but I feel like Sandler has a larger, you know, amount of classics. Like, also, he came out hitting like 4 big ones in a row or something like that. And Will had like 3 and some in-betweens or something, like Old School and then like Elf for sure and Step Brothers. And then there was some in-betweeners in there or whatever. But unfortunately, if I had to choose, the only unfortunate part is having to choose, but yeah, I'm going with Sandler.
Yeah, I think it was Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore back-to-back right off the bat.
And then crushing.
Level three, social media.
We took 2 photos from your social media, and you can pick one of the 2 to, expand along a little more.
I want to do them both. So the picture on the left that I'm looking at is me and my brother, Brian Tyree Henry from Atlanta, at the Knicks game. He's wearing the correct sport hat, and I am not. But it matched my hoodie, so that's why I'm wearing that. And, you know, it was like one of the first times we met, or maybe the second time we bumped into each other or something like that. But, you know, I'm a big fan of his. You know, he's a big, giant talent, and that show is amazing. So I'm glad we, you know, paused for a quick funny face selfie moment, looked like. And the one on the right is at the People's Choice Awards, where I was doing a bit with The Rock and telling him how great he is once again. So there you have the picture. And the elf costume, I forget what that joke was, but, you know, it just shows my level of commitment.
Finally, time for one big question.
Your career has spanned a lot of time, and it's had a big connection to hockey, all the way back to the second Mighty Ducks movie. Russ Tyler, I believe, was the character. Now to hosting the NHL Awards. You know, how deep-rooted is your connection to hockey?
I mean, it's getting deeper and deeper, you know, like when they first asked, it was such an honor and a pleasure, because outside of just going to the games, I guess I didn't have much of a relationship with the NHL organization itself necessarily. And once I hosted, I got to meet the commissioner and, build a relationship with him. And he's such a good guy, and, his family and stuff like that. And, it's just been an ongoing thing throughout COVID. Like right at the end of that show that we did in Las Vegas, he came backstage and he was so elated. We had such a good time. And I was like, what's up for next year? He was like, let's do it. And I was like, cool, sign me up. And, we did. And, unfortunately, COVID hit and, we paused for a while, but now we're coming back strong. So it's a very exciting time to welcome back, an award show that gets to pat a lot of, good, solid community, like members, like members of society on the back. I think hockey people are good people.
Well, Kenan Thompson will host the NHL Awards June 21st, Tuesday, 7 p.m., ESPN, Sportsnet, and TVA. Kenan, really appreciate your time.
Oh man, my pleasure. Have a great one. Let's go do that hockey.
Do the hockey.